Casino del Sol Stadium. The college football postseason continues with the Arizona Bowl. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Tigers offense will get first crack at it today. And this guy is a big, and I mean big target. Trey'Dez Green. They say the tight end's always open, and he seems to always be, and he's always making big plays.
There's a lot of great attributes about a tight end, like the size, the physicality. This guy, though, what sticks out the most is the speed. If you want to play him man-to-man, put a linebacker on him, that's a problem. You put a safety on him, he's still got good enough speed and size to go win. Palmer, this guy, they put him everywhere, and he wins because of that blazing speed.
It's really crazy to think about that he might actually be their fastest. If you had everybody lined up at receiver, tight end, just running vertical routes, he might actually be the fastest. And Dave, we've even seen him on film run away from cornerbacks as well in man coverage. Nobody can seem to catch up with this guy. A very unique skill set for a tight end.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Looking downfield, it's Levin. Pressure coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Third down defense is so pivotal in a football game. In this third down, nice job. Good coverage in the back end, but the rush gets home, forcing the fourth down. Nice start for this defense.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Wildcats offense will now get its first chance with the football. C.J. Baxter, he has become a key piece of this offense.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level, they can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in the phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that. And, man, it's all eyes on this Will Stein offense. He comes back to Kentucky, man. He's an offensive savant. Spent his time, obviously, in Oregon. He's innovative. He's got a new guy at the trigger spot. Minchie, that was battling Carr a year ago at Notre Dame, Palmer. They were neck and neck. Minchie lost the battle. Now he comes to Kentucky with a rebuilt roster and a new lease on life.
Yeah, you got to dig to find film on Minchie during his time in Notre Dame, but when you do watch it, you absolutely can see the potential. He's a big guy with a live arm who can also run, and he's going to give this Kentucky offense, I think, a dynamic that they haven't had in a long time with his mobility and playmaking, running the football as well. So I can't wait to see the marriage between Stein and Minchie here and what it means for this Wildcats offense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Maybe got some room entered to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it with Baxter. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Dropping back, it's Levin. Steamrolls his way ahead. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires complete on the crosser. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw it again. Makes the catch. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And man, this offense is going to be so much fun to watch. How fast can they get it to click, right? Because every single player that we're going to highlight, whether we do talk about the receivers right now, they're all new. The offensive line's all new. The quarterback's new. Everyone in this program is new, Palmer, and it's on Kiffin to make it work and make it work quickly.
Well, the one thing you know is with this Lane Kiffin offense, these receivers are going to get theirs. They're going to get catches, and you got a really good quarterback in Sam Levitt coming over from Arizona State to give you that opportunity. So while Thomas and Anderson from a year ago, those guys declare, there's a big opportunity. There's a lot of spots up for grabs here for these receivers to go down the field, make a ton of plays, stat it up, and score points for this offense.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The run inside. It's Watkins. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Now facing a third and long. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Bringing the heat. Flips it out to the back. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive.
Offense here just trying to outflank the defense on third down, trying to get the ball to their running back on the perimeter, but nice job tackling in the open field by the defense to now set up fourth down.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his man, it's Baxter. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to get it through the air. It's caught. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Caught over the middle. It's Baxter. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
Looking to throw again. Rushes on him. Got rid of it just in time.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. The sure hands, it's Brown. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. The Wildcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. He goes right back to the air. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Hauls it in. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to pass. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Tucson and an intriguing Arizona Bowl. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Arizona Bowl.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. RPO complete to open the drive. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wide receiver going in motion. Handoff for Baxter. Got a little grass. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
On first down, it's Baxter again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Handoff, Baxter running left. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Looking for a man, it's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. Caught near the sideline, it's Harris. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name.
Breaks free in the middle. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
We've seen it from this running back, too. There's a lot of ways he can make you miss. Bottom line, this defense has to do a better job game tackling.
Yeah, just hard to bring down. Just physical, runs through people. This is a guy that defenses hate playing against, and you see why. So many yards after contact.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is a guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Tight end now in motion. Some misdirection with the counter. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Running inside, it's Baxter. Shakes off the defender. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. At the end of 3, and we've got a chance to have a postseason classic on our hands. Let's take a look at the stats so far. All right, stage is set. Let's see how it all plays out here in this postseason showdown. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll give it to Baxter. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. This time he wants to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man. Got enough space. Touchdown, Wildcats. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The Wildcats are right back on top.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Looking to throw, it's Levitt. That's reeled in, it's Harris. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Caught behind the line. It's Watkins. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Makes the grab. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And the D chooses to bring pressure. A lot of times, big moments when you get in these fourth quarters regardless, like Pull the trigger. Be aggressive. Bring the pressure to them. They do. Hit the QB as he's throwing it and force the incompletion.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score. The Tigers are back on top.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Handoff for Baxter. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7.
Man, we hear so much about aggressiveness. Interesting spot. You know, you're on your side of the field. It's a tie game. The clock ticks out. It's not the worst thing in the world, but we can't make a mistake in this situation.
Score is deadlocked, and we're running out of time. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in on the left. Took it all the way inside their territory, down to the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Pulls it on the option. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Hauls it in.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And this game will be decided right here with this kick.